This coffee about to kick in 30 min.
Oh, in 30 min?
I hope you got an extra 30 min to warm up into this one, player.
Oh, that coffee hitting you real deep like?
Eventually.
Yeah. I like that caffeine to hit me not right away, but eventually.
Yeah, I like my caffeine like my amphetamines.
Amphetamines?
Amphetamines, I said.
All right.
Eventually.
You on that Suda?
You on that dry nose game, girl?
Yo, where we at, girl? What's going on, huh? We in this mother, man.
Where's the safest place for this?
Oh, dude. That seems like a safe place.
Yeah, it's safe for sure. It's just barely safe.
Barely.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Whoa. Okay, nice.
Dude, we're freaking in it, man.
Oh, we're already in it?
Dude, we're already in it.
I apologize for every minute that I've spent.
I'm keeping all of that coffee stuff. I'm keeping all that Sudafed riff.
Good, hell
That's
yeah.
in there, dog.
Yeah, you might have to play that a couple times if we drift off.
Yo, bring that back.
Yeah. Bring that coffee riff back.
Yeah, from the top.
Coffee riff.
Whoa.
Was that the earliest anyone's ever done a good one of those?
I don't know. I mean, that felt pretty good.
I would listen to whatever show that was a part of. Coffee riffs.
Coffee riffs?
That's like a morning radio show thing.
It is. Like, all right, you're tuning in and you're in your car right now. It's 6 o'clock in the morning and your host is with me, Billy Drip.
Hey, it's me, Billy Drip. You would think that I would have a lot more energy.
Yeah, you would think that I would too, but usually the 6 a.m. drive is more wacky and zany, but we're flipping the script.
Absolutely. Well, I had a pet just pass away.
Oh, Billy Drip, no.
Yeah, you know my dog I've loved for years and years.
Yeah.
And years.
Edward Roastum.
Edward Roastum.
Yeah.
You said and then I repeated.
Edward Roastum, yeah.
That was my dog.
Yeah, I know it was your dog.
It was my favorite of all my dogs.
Oh, so sad. How did he go?
Well, he got into the coffee and, well, his heart exploded. Coffee riff.
I think
A little sad there.
that was a sad sound drop.
Do you think so? One of them has control of the soundboard, right?
Yeah, one of them has control of the soundboard for sure.
So
like, I think the other one was the guy would kind of get mad that he decided to do that at that particular moment. Like he'd be like, "Dude, why did? Hey,
like, can we just have one episode where I talk about?
Yeah, can we not?
My dog.
Can you not bring up your dead dog and then hit the coffee riff button?
Like, I didn't know we were. I thought the moment was over. I thought you just wanted to mention it and maybe move on.
Ooh, coffee riff.
Okay, well, that definitely wasn't the time.
That wasn't the time?
Yeah, strike two.
Oh, okay. Well, sorry.
Let me finish talking to you about my dog.
Okay, yeah. Go
He's
ahead.
been with me through thick and thin.
Mm-hmm.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was a tea drinker.
Now, should we give the traffic update? We are live.
I mean, we're already in this helicopter. Yeah. We're already out here in the scene.
He's on the side of the street, and he just wants to talk about his dog.
Yeah, and like, hey, we got a show to do.
Oh shit! Yeah, I suppose we should get back in the helicopter and alert these people to this traffic.
So, as you were saying about your dog, I guess we'll finish that thought. He's like, I think we should get back on it, but seriously, we are concerned about that dog.
Yeah, and we'll get right back in a minute.
We'll get right back in a minute, right after we hear Billy Drip's
Billy Drip's
dog
sob
update.
Story. Yeah, I felt bad for that guy, for that fictional guy.
I mean, yeah, I did too.
Yeah. Thank you for having me on the show, by the way. I'm sorry I started pressing buttons instantly.
No, dude, I love it.
You can't just put this many buttons in front of somebody.
Well, usually I don't. Usually I don't. Thanks for tuning in to the show.
Yeah.
But I spent some time making it a little bit more user-friendly for my guests, because before, if they hit a button, I would have to like reset everything.
Oh no.
But I made
That's what stops you from using shit like this.
Yeah, you get scared. And you're like, ugh. But now it's just like boom, 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 boom.
This
like,
is the
dude,
dream.
It's about to get real wild on this show.
And this is like so many people have podcasts where it's like, here's my mic, here's your mic.
Yeah.
How did you become a comedian?
Sure.
Right? But you have
That's
your...
not this show, dude.
That's not this one. So don't tune out just
It's getting
yet.
crazy.
Yeah, but this, I was just going to say, this takes it to another level.
It does. So how did you become a comedian?
Coffee rip.
Hey, Billy, again, this isn't even our show, Billy Drips. You literally, you came in and you hit the sound effect coffee riffs on, like, we just had steered clear of the dog situation. People had already forgot it. We were starting to get some traction, and then coffee riffs came back in.
Yeah, I'm just clearly, I think you can give me the benefit of the doubt. I'm not having a good day. My dog, my sweet baby dog, is gone.
Ooh, coffee
No,
riffs.
that's not. If you're yelling at me for hitting the button, you cannot hit your button.
Okay, I can't hit it. Maybe like
That clip, we weren't even talking about coffee. We were talking about my dead.
coffee riffs.
That's, I mean, you know that wasn't the moment.
You did just say coffee, though.
I said it to address the situation.
Oh, okay.
We're talking about my dead best friend.
Coffee riffs.
I mean, now I feel
that
like you're doing it to
inappropriate?
kind of fuck me. I feel like you're fucking
No,
me.
I respect you. I haven't wanted your position at this radio station for the last 13 years or anything like that.
Huh.
I've been just in the, happy to be in the trenches and
I
screening
mentored
calls.
I
know.
mentored you.
I know. And
I brought you up through this radio
You
game.
continue to mentor me, and I appreciate that.
And what did I tell you about the mentor game? Or what did I tell you about the radio game? It's not going to happen right away. It's not going to hit you like an espresso. Coffee rips. Coffee rips. Thank you for saving me on that. Coffee rips. I told you got to be patient. It's like a slow drip. And then we'd say, well, now I'm clearly, you're sabotaging the buttons.
Oh, I know what you did.
What did I do?
Go back now.
I feel like I didn't earn it because I fucked up the buttons.
You know what? Billy Drip just got fired, dude. And guess
That's
what?
how it ends. That guy kills himself that day. He lost his best friend, and then he fucked up the button situation, and now he's out.
Coffee riffs.
Okay, well.
He's just standing over his dead friend. He's just keep hitting the button just over and over. Just coffee riffs, coffee riffs, coffee riffs, coffee riffs, coffee riffs, coffee riffs.
Billy's bleeding out.
Who's the bigger man now? Billy Drips.
He's just letting, he has one of those carafes of coffee, just letting it drip out of his mouth down his bare chest onto Billy on the ground.
Down his belly button into Billy's mouth.
And then eventually it's like,
coffee riffs.
Like he definitely like has overused the button now, and
Yeah.
now it's not even working anymore. And now he goes back to use it, and it's all slow and warped.
Coffee riffs.
Oh, dang it. I overused the button.
it started as such a wholesome, I'm going to tune into these guys every day on my way to
6
work.
a.m. They seem like positive guys.
Billy and the other one.
Billy and the other one, indeed.
You know who
But
it
then
is.
he kept hitting that button.
Now it's just coffee riffs.
Coffee riffs.
There it
Dang
is.
it! I messed it up.
There it is.
I hit the button too many times. Wait, maybe I can. Maybe I can finagle this. Coffee riffs.
You can't turn back time. I think that's the lesson we're learning right
I think
now.
that's what we're definitely learning.
Yeah. Dude, you have a crazy neighborhood, I want to say.
Do I?
Can I say that?
Yeah.
Well, I think just compared to what I know.
Yeah.
I'm in
Well, you're-
Sherman Oaks.
you're
I'm
come
in the
from
old
valley.
person section of town.
Yeah, for
now,
sure.
this is very much like,
Dude,
in it.
it's happening here.
yeah, you could tell.
And
but
by it, there's a lot of it's happening.
I feel like where did you grow up again?
I grew up in Kansas.
So this is a stupid, trite thing to say, but people are obviously very different.
Sure.
But I feel like there's a self-awareness that's not present here like it's present in most other places.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Yeah,
as
I would
far
agree
as
with that.
like you always get, maybe you bump into somebody who's not paying attention. That happens everywhere. but everyone here is like constantly in their own world.
Dude, they don't care about anybody but themselves.
It's insane.
They're just walking around. I'm like, what's that like?
Yeah, not that it's bad, but
No.
it is like absolutely insane.
It really is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see a lot of people, like characters walking down the street that
Mm-hmm.
either full-blown conversations with themselves, or you can just tell the way that they're walking. You're like, I don't know if I should interact with this person.
You're on a mission in
Yeah.
a different place.
And I don't know where that mission is going to.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm standing in the way.
Yeah.
And I'll have people like I just went to your Rock and Roll Ralph's and I saw somebody they were walking right at me, right?
Yeah.
And then there was no like there's usually like you look each other up and down and you're like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And then you pick a side and you go. But this was like now we're face to face.
Yep.
And we're getting closer and we're to the point of no return and I'm just going to stay there until something else happens, until somebody else makes a decision.
That's how I met my wife, actually. we were in a Rock and Roll Ralph's and we just kept walking towards each other. And then we're just like,
Well, I'm not going to move.
yeah, I'm not going to move either.
I love you.
I love you. I do. And then
The priest
the priest
shows
is like, you've been ordained at Rock and Roll Ralph's. Your marriage has been sanctified.
Marriage riffs.
Wait a second. Is our host of the radio show back?
Yeah, they're having a pop-up shop at the
I
the
guess.
Ralph's.
Well, Billy Drips, he passed away. We know that.
God, yeah, God rest his soul.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, poor Billy Drips.
Yeah, but our co-host, who's now the main host,
The other guy.
the
lives
other
on.
guy. You know what's sad? It was Billy Drips and the other guy in the morning.
Yeah.
That's his radio name is the other guy.
They still
Billy
call him the
Drips
other
and
guy.
the other guy in the mornings. And now it's just like, you're listening to The Morning Drive with the other guy?
No one ever respects the show.
Yeah, he's like, my name is Dylan. And it's like, yeah, you're the other guy.
Oh, you're Dylan and I'm calling into the show.
Okay, great. Hey, this is Dylan taking calls right now on the other guy in the morning. We have a caller calling in. Hello, caller. What is your question?
Hi, am I on now?
Yes. Yes, caller.
Dylan, love the show, man.
Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
Hey, you're still the other guy, right?
Yeah.
What happened to the first guy?
Do you have any other questions? We got to keep this show moving along.
No, that's it. Good job, Dylan. Love the stuff. Long time listener. First time caller.
Well, I'm glad that you at least know my name. Thank you for knowing that my name's Dylan. You're one of the only few listeners who's called in and referred to me as
I
my
got
actual.
stuff to do, Dylan. Thanks.
Please stay.
He's like, how excited are people to normally get on the radio?
Yeah,
and then Dylan's so boring that he's like,
All right, I gotta go, bud.
I'm like, no, please. I need this conversation. I need this to happen.
all right, give me somebody else. Dylan is
Okay, so we just got our weather report, and the traffic is pretty bad out here in the valley today. We're backed up all the way on the 405, all the way to. Looks like we're getting another call. You know what? I have been taking requests for music. We just played Childish Gambino, and we just played Cardi B's new track. And wow, the phones are ringing off the hook here. Let's go to this caller right now. Hello, caller. What is your question?
Hey, am I on the air?
Yeah, you're on
What
the air.
happened to the other guy?
Hey, if it's a long story. I am the other guy, so I'm. That's kind of an ironic question because I'm the other guy and I'm hosting the show now.
No,
So
but the first guy. How could you be the other guy with no first guy? What happened to the first guy?
I'm not at liberty to say his family did not want that information disclosed over the air. So
All right, I gotta get going, bud.
is this the same guy? And why do you keep calling me Bud? It's very condescending. Do you know people like that who call people Bud?
Dude, I call people Bud.
Do you?
And now my wife has said, don't call people Bud.
I think it can be condescending.
that sucks. I will try not to do
Which-
it, but I mean it.
Well,
I mean, I want everyone to be my friend.
condescending. From the bottom of my heart, I mean to be
Like,
condescending.
no, I heard how you took that, but I'm I'm better than you is the only thing I'm thinking.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I don't know why. I even think that if you say, I say buddy a lot, but if you say it in the wrong inflection, it can be the tone can be off-putting for people.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of that.
I think the reason why it's kind of like, because it takes you back to your childhood a little bit whenever an older person would call you bud or, hey, sport,
like
how
a
you
shitty
doing?
coach you don't like.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah. So, I don't know.
Why don't you go ahead and hit the showers, bud?
Okay. Was that Coach Greenwall?
Yeah, what's up, Jeremiah?
Hey, Coach Greenwall, haven't talked to you since, I tried out for the lacrosse team and it didn't happen.
They just canceled my favorite radio show, so I got some extra time. On my
You're
hands,
you're a fan of the other guy in the morning?
It used to be first guy, team first guy.
Your team first guy?
Coffee riffs. You ever hear when they do that?
I mean, that was my favorite part of the show when they used to do that.
Amen.
Coach Greenwall, if I, maybe tried out for any sport that you're coaching now, could you maybe consider keeping me on the team? Because it kind of shook my childhood.
Bro. Buddy. You're like 36 years old, dude.
Okay, I'm 30 tops. I'm actually 30. I don't know why I said 30 tops. Hey, I'm 30 at best.
Well, you clearly can't hang with these high school kids, dude. They're making them like crazy.
Wait a second. What, can you define that they're making high school kids like crazy?
You see these high school kids, dude? Every one of
No,
them got
I haven't
abs,
been.
bud.
I haven't been looking at high school kids,
You're
bud.
missing out, dude.
Yeah, I'm missing out on the hot high school kids that are coming out.
You said hot, bud. I said
You're the one,
surgically
Coach Greenwall, who
enhanced.
said hit the showers, and clearly there's not a shower anywhere around us.
We could find a shower.
Coach Greenwald knows where all the showers are at.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, dude, he's got an app. He's got a shower. He's got a shower app.
Shower.
Yeah, shower. The shower comes to you.
Holy shit. I was hanging out with somebody once who wanted to invent an app called Poober, and they would bring you toilet paper wherever you were at.
Dude,
Smart or not smart?
I mean, I don't think that there's a market for that.
Running out of toilet paper? That's since tale as old as time, player.
Dude, but there's not an extra roll somewhere in your house or something?
I was
or you're
thinking
saying in a public restroom?
When I hear that, I think public restroom.
Okay, well,
I'm so sorry.
you're good. just talking to the yellow one. You're good.
easy.
You're good. Hey, bud, talking to the yellow one. Okay.
See that? It is all in how you use it.
It's all in how you use it.
Yeah, I gotta stop saying. Give me a substitute. Jesus Christ.
You could pull off bro. You could pull off dude.
Bro is way worse, in my opinion.
Yeah?
Than bud. Bud is like,
I don't know.
buds.
I don't know.
We may get each other Christmas presents. That's where we're at in our friendship.
Okay, well.
But like, bro.
Well,
or bruh.
okay, I guess if you are saying bro as much as maybe you are saying bud, and like, it sounds like if your wife is telling you you need to stop saying it, then you use it a lot. So if you're replacing bud with bro, then yeah, bro can, in common vernacular, just in like dialogue, can come off as like kind of douchey.
I'm trying to think of what, because it's clearly not just a means of replacing a word at this point. I'm trying to think of what in my personality I need to change.
I know people who use guy. Hey, guy.
Even worse. that's like the combined worseness of bro and
dude.
bud. yeah.
Bro, bud, dude, guy.
It's bad. I'm just gonna start memorizing.
Hey,
names
just
from
start calling everybody sister.
sister. Hey,
sister.
sister. You're being weird.
No, you're being weird, sister.
Chill, sis.
You
We
chill.
laugh like this.
What a goddamn nightmare that is.
It's like the mall food court in here.
Yeah, I mean, do you want to go to Claire's?
Why? Do you need to get your ears pierced for like the 47th time, Dawn? Her name is Dawn.
Your name's Crystal for sure.
We're telling each other our names.
I like how your voice is still like kind of manly as a woman whenever you talk.
My voice isn't even manly as a guy.
Okay, that's a troll riddle that I don't even want to even start exploring right now.
Anyway, yeah, Claire's
It is.
Did you have a
Did I have a what?
did you hang out at the mall when you were like high school, middle school?
Yeah. I would go to, there's a couple, I didn't really, I had a reason to go. I wasn't a kid
Not
who
go
hung
hang
out at the mall.
Sure.
That wasn't, I don't know. I think, and one of the malls that I went to, I think is closed down back in Kansas because it wasn't like people, that's just not the culture.
Well, there were no stores then.
There was lots of stores. It's called the Great Mall.
Oh shit.
Yep.
Great Mall of
Olathe.
Olathe.
That was one of the ones. And then Oak Park Mall, that's still thriving.
Okay, good. Shout
yeah.
out.
Yeah, shout out. Oak Park.
We would go hang out because we
Yeah?
had nothing to do. Like as soon as we got our license, we were like, we could drive ourselves to the mall.
We can go to the mall.
Yeah, we could just hang out.
Would you go to typical places like Orange Julius or like
yeah, any place we pass. We wouldn't really
Would you
spend
hang out at the
a lot
food
of
court?
money. Yeah, that's what I was getting to.
Yeah.
Is like we would hit on girls in the food court. And no
And
one
how-
ever wanted to talk in the food court.
And how old were you? You said you're 16, 17?
Yeah, like 15, 16.
At best?
At best. At most.
At most.
The oldest I've ever been.
The oldest I've ever been, 16.
Yeah, man. And we would purposely go to the mall and see if there were any like, I wonder if there's gonna be cute girls in the mall. And we would go hit on like the people who worked at American Eagle who were just like a year or two older, who were just trying to live their own professional lives. What? What are you looking at?
It's just low, the levels.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know how many shell necklaces I had to buy to get a phone number from the girls who worked at American Eagle? 2. I have 2 shell necklaces.
Do you still have them?
Yeah. Yeah.
What does your wife think about that?
I don't put them on. And bring her out.
Yeah.
Like, what is she doing here?
Mike's wife. We recorded Mike's wife's reactions earlier on Jeremiah Wonders. Let's hear what she has to say. She's calling into the show right now. Mrs. Falzone, is this you?
Well, is she calling it or does she?
She's calling in right now.
Hey, it's me, Mrs. Falzone. It's me, Zoya Falzone.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a powerful name.
I understand you have something to show me.
Yeah. We have footage of your so-called husband wearing shells of necklaces that he purchased back in high school to impress girls who worked at the mall.
This is the thumb ring situation all over again.
Wait, there was a thumb ring
No,
situation?
show me the pictures. Tell
Okay.
me what you're going to show me.
Okay.
Is it definitely him?
I just emailed them to you. Enhancing.
You're enhancing from your computer?
Yeah, I'm enhancing from my computer. Don't ask me about the
Oh, it's a
technology.
big image. It just came through.
Yeah, thank you. It's like an old dial-up image.
Yeah, it's about 33.3% down.
Yeah, you have to scroll down slowly. It's such a large image in your email.
Scrolling down to his neck to
Yep.
see. Oh, God.
Yep.
Oh, it's gross.
It's disgusting. That's what it is.
I'm getting a divorce.
Wait,
It's time.
okay, I wasn't prepared for that.
Thank you, Jeremiah.
No, Zoya. I was not. I thought there would be more of like a funny thing. I didn't mean for you guys to actually break up. I thought he would like maybe go to the doghouse a little bit. Maybe have to sleep on the couch. That'd be funny.
Divorce.
You're a harsh woman.
Do you know any lawyers that I can call?
Oh no,
I'm gonna call a lawyer
Mike.
right now.
I didn't mean to get into this with you two.
Hey, man. That's my wife on the phone.
Dude.
My wife wants a divorce right now because you told her I wore puka bead necklace.
Zoya, please.
Uh-huh. Oh, he's there, huh?
Yeah.
Mr. Shellman's there.
Oh, you don't have to use derogatory terms like shell man.
Shellman.
Don't call me Mr. Shellman. I'm not. That's just who I was back then.
Why don't you... Hey, the family car is running on E. Why don't you go to Shell gas station?
Oh
Fill her up.
no.
That's not.
Coming up next
You did
on the
this
other
to my
guy in the
marriage.
mornings. I'm half the man I used to be.
Coffee rips.
Yes, I got the button working again.
It comes back around.
I was-
Nice, real sloppy, but it came back around. A bunch of non sequiturs all together had
Yeah.
nothing to do with each other.
Yeah, dude. That's
good.
This has been a weird show, which I like.
I feel like I went to too many negative places with my improv games.
No, I love it.
Killed the first guy.
You killed the first guy.
Killed the first guy's pet.
Killed the dog.
Got
You
a divorce. I woke up
see-
in such a good mood today.
I see. You're getting all the poison out.
Yeah.
I see you teaching an improv class and just kids.
Kids getting divorces.
Yeah, kids getting divorces. They're like, the parents are watching, like in the audience. They're like, okay, yeah, the acting and performance was good, but a lot of the places went pretty negative and pretty dark. Do you have anything to do with that, Mr. Falzone?
Let's go back and I mean, this could be somebody else. You know, I'm just here. I'm kind of the assistant improv coach.
Yeah.
Let's go back and let's look at the tape of some of the things that these kids did.
Oh, there's tape. Okay, great.
So this is the first game. It's called Meet Me at the Restaurant. This is two of the kids. They just go to a coffee shop and they have a conversation.
Okay.
Hi, this is Greg at the coffee shop. I'm just waiting for my friend.
Well, you can't sit there because my father's urns are in that chair over there.
Your father's urns?
My father's urns. The ashes are in his urns.
Like, well, he keeps his dead body like our grandfather?
Yeah, I keep my father's dead body in this pot right here.
Okay. Thank you for joining me for coffee. I have something very important that I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay, spill your guts. What do you got?
I want a divorce.
We're not married.
Coach?
No. You're doing good. Just keep going. Just commit to the bit.
I have a gun.
You're not supposed to have a gun, he said.
I'm going to put you and bury you in my father's dead ashes.
And scene.
Another one runs around.
And then there's like two claps. It's like one parent is trying to be supportive.
Yeah.
You go, Susan.
I want to be proud of him so much. Really
Like
coming
the
out of his
dads-
shell.
The dads are looking at each other. They're like, hey, it's not just me. Our kids suck at improv, right?
Our kids are pretty unhappy.
They're pretty,
huh?
they're pretty, I don't know what's going on in the home front, but it's pretty,
Did you play sports when do you get like forced to play sports?
wasn't forced at all. I loved playing sports growing
What
up.
was your favorite sport?
Soccer originally, and then basketball.
They
Like,
make all little kids play soccer, huh?
a lot of people at least do a year of soccer because it's a sport like at first where you literally it's so easy to set up. Like those goals are so cheap that they set you up with like the 3-foot goals,
Yeah.
like with the little nets and everything.
Or 4 cones. You
Or
need 4 cones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you're playing soccer.
Yeah. All of a sudden,
It is also kind of like the simplest sport for a kid to understand. It's like, okay, there's 2 steps.
get
There's
it through
running,
this area. Yeah.
and then there's kicking.
Yeah.
We'll introduce the ball at some point. Let's see if you got running down.
And
first.
kids like love running and jumping around
So
and stuff like
much.
that. So soccer is a
much.
natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I
nice.
love. Did you play sports?
Played a ton of sports.
Yeah.
Soccer. I played a lot of baseball, a lot of
What
basketball.
position?
In baseball, I loved playing first base. I was a pitcher for a long time. I played third base until you get one too many balls rocketed at your face,
Oh yeah.
and then you're out.
like,
It takes a couple line drives to the chest to be like, I don't want to play third.
yeah.
anymore.
Well, we both have pitcher hair. Right
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
That's in.
Yeah.
Like
Turk
currently.
Wendell hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. I miss pitching. I miss baseball pitching. You've heard of it.
You heard of it? Baseball pitching.
Halfway through the comment, I bored myself, and then I was wondering when that happened.
Jeremiah started to wonder, where is this going?
Yeah, same for the other guy. If I'm being honest.
I remember pitching.
What is that? Is that Kevin Costner's ghost from that one movie?
Yes.
Sure.
Sure. Whatever you need.
Okay, Ghost, do you want to, you visited me for a specific reason, so do you want to talk about why you're here?
Yes. I came to talk to you about Waterworld.
Oh, okay. We were just talking about baseball. Do you
Field of Dreams? No, I want to talk about Waterworld.
Okay, I would love to hear about Waterworld. I don't remember when the last time I saw it was. Trying to
You
remind
need to
myself.
watch it again. We're still trying to pay back the money that we lost on it.
Okay, I'll go to Blockbuster and I'll get Waterworld today.
Blockbuster's closed, moron.
All right, Ghost, where
I'm
do I
talking
find...
digital downloads. I'm talking link sharing. I'm talking sponsored posts on Instagram.
Of
we need
water?
to get Waterworld back on top of the charts. It's me, Kevin Costner.
I sincerely thought that you were alive, and now I'm hearing kind of like a ghostly voice.
This is my inner turmoil. It's come out of my body, and I'm astral projecting into Jeremiah Wonder's podcast.
Okay, now I fully understand. How can I help you?
Like I said, create a LinkedIn profile for me. I'm very bad at technology. We need to start marketing Waterworld to more people. The youth, they're gonna love it.
I honestly don't think that's true.
You don't think so?
Well, the movie came out in like 1993. It's so many years after that.
Oh, it was a few years after at best. At most.
We are currently at the most years after that movie.
Oh, I guess you could. It's a technicality, but I'll give it to you.
You've been in so many other great movies. Can I help spread the word about any newer?
No, I have this undying love to make Waterworld work.
Okay. Well, then why don't you tell me, since I'm not that well versed, what I should tell the general public about? What do you want people to know about?
It's like Aquaman, but even better.
Okay. So I don't think people were super stoked on Aquaman. If I'm being honest.
No, they weren't. They didn't like. Oh, what? Okay, what about Titanic? That went over pretty well.
Yeah, also kind of old though.
It's a couple years old at most.
Yeah, fine. So I'll go around and I'll tell people.
Okay, the portal closed. I don't know. Dude. Oof.
Oh, thank goodness. I started to feel bad for him. Like I couldn't help him.
I started sweating like a sauna. I felt so bad for him. I was like, he's unaware, isn't he?
Unaware.
That's the most painful thing is when people are unaware.
100%.
Welcome to Hollywood.
That was all of Rock and Roll Ralph.
That was all. That was actually the manager. That wasn't even Kevin Costner. That was the shift lead at Ralph's. He's a really big. He's nerding out on Waterworld.
Yeah, Waterworld is definitely the type of movie that you would see playing in a tiki bar in Hollywood.
Yeah,
in the background. On
for
screen.
sure. And then you'd hear somebody in the back go, "Can we change this?"
Yeah, like a fight in the back.
Yeah.
What do you want to have?
Hey,
what do you suggest we have?
Hey, is UFC on or what?
We got a vintage feeling here, Jerry. You're fucking it all up. God damn it, Jerry.
I'm sorry.
I do like when they have the old movies on. There's this tiki bar I go to in North Hollywood who has they have what's that movie about the dancing nerd?
Dirty Dancing?
No. The nerd. There were no nerds in Dirty Dancing.
I just thought it'd be funny for you to be a bully classifying Dirty Dancing. What's that movie with the nerd dancing? Dirty Dancing?
They love dancing.
They
like
love
nerds.
dancing. They're like nerds. Footloose?
No, Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
They just constantly have that playing in the background.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's a good nostalgia feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do movies like Napoleon Dynamite still happen?
Not right now. I think that was a unique time when they were making movies where they were okay with taking a little bit more chances. I feel like there's been a lot of pros and cons with all these superhero movies that have come out.
Mm-hmm.
I love a lot of the superhero movies that have come out, but it's also, in my opinion, really bad for the movie industry because it makes the people who are buying movies in the studios want a sure thing so badly now that
That
they're
they
not
won't take a
taking
chance.
they're
Yeah.
not taking chances like on smaller indie films. I don't think a film like Napoleon Dynamite would be made right now, or even a movie like Ace Ventura or some of
Sure.
those character-y kind of piece movies.
Yeah.
I just don't see it happening because the last few times that they've tried to do it with some different comics, it like the numbers at the box office just do really poorly. And they're like, oh, well, we can never do this again.
Dude, people in general have a hard time taking a chance on stuff because you could see whatever you want constantly.
I know.
And then, like you were saying, the movie studios, they have those big budget, sure things. And then just in your leisure time, you could just type literally whatever you want into a search bar and see it. So it takes a lot. I think it takes a really strong word of mouth to be like, you got to see this shit. Like, I think about it all the time, how, like, I was in the end of high school or college, and we just found out that this movie was coming out, and we had to find, like, an independent theater.
Yeah.
And I don't remember how I heard about it or whatever. I just remember, like, seeking out these places and then going to see it and thinking it was, like, the funniest, most different thing in the world. And then, like, just nothing has been like that since.
That's what I did with so I saw that in theaters, and I literally didn't get it until the second time I watched it. I'd never seen a movie like Napoleon Dynamite, and I appreciated it a lot the second time I watched it. But I went and did that with the movie Hot Rod with Andy Samberg.
Yeah.
Well, like, because I was like, The Lonely Island has a movie out. This is so cool. Like, and I had to like really look for. It was a select theater kind of thing, and it's something really satisfying about going out and finding this hard to get movie rather than just be like, yep,
Easy.
yep, easy.
Yeah. Because nothing good is super easy to get. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you got to dig a little bit.
Yeah.
For everything.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He calls it just to affirm it real quick.
Heard what you guys were saying, and yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, thanks for that. So, Mike, we've been riffing a lot, and
I'm just playing around. Sorry,
and just playing around. No, I love it. I love episodes like this that get weird and wacky and wild. But I think the listeners at this point in the episode want to know, who is Mike Falzone?
Oh man, that's not gonna make anybody happy. I don't think.
So I met you originally through the stand-up scene. I think one of the first shows that we did together was Rome's show in the Valley.
Yeah. Does he still have that?
I think so. That was a really fun show.
Yeah, man.
I think he
it
does.
was a
Maybe. I don't know.
tiny room in the back of a cafe, but it was like closed off. It's like a little itty bitty dance studio or something.
Yeah.
And like if you get 20 people in there, it feels like 100 people.
It would be packed.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah. I think that was one of the first shows that.
And then he made us
do.
freestyle rap at the end of it.
Yeah.
I did not do good.
Yeah. It was okay.
Yeah. And what else do I remember from that show? There was a dude like wave because it was BYOB, and there was a dude like super drunk and like wavering super hard during that entire show.
Yeah.
Do you remember that part?
Yeah. No.
That's okay to not.
I don't.
We can have our own memories.
Yeah. I remember actually you you're doing some bits about your wife that I appreciated, because whenever, I think it was before I was married, was whenever I saw it, and I was like, this is so funny to just like surface level. I didn't really know you that well. But you're like a hip looking cool guy, and I'm like, okay, well, yeah, this guy's making like marriage stuff funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like as a comic, sometimes like you get inside your head, like, I don't know,
You're worried.
Like you get worried for no reason. Like, if I get married, like, will I be able to make that funny? Which is such a weird thing to even think about. But like, it's one of the weird psychotic like thoughts that go through your head. Like, well, if I do this and this, like, is it going to work for my act? Like, it's very weird that that's even a thought.
I hear people talk about kids like that a lot too.
Yeah.
Because I mean, kids are getting married's one thing, but you're still kind of like on your own driving to do a thing. Once you have a kid, I don't have a kid yet, but once you have a kid, it's like, that's your life. And so a lot of people, that'll take them out of the game. And then some people, figure out a way to make that work. But that's the number one, like, divisive thing that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, if I have a kid, I can't what kind of jokes can I or can't I do?
Right.
And all my shit's about kids. I don't want to do that.
Do you want kids?
I want kids because I think my wife would be the greatest mother on the face of the planet.
Oh, that's very sweet.
And I just don't want to be broke and fuck up a kid, you know? Mm-hmm. And I don't want to be like on the road and fuck up a kid. I want to be like, I want to be good. There's no doubt in my mind that she'll be good. But I don't want to be the one that fucks it up. You know what I mean?
Well, what are you worried about though? Just being on the road and like being out and
I mean, I don't want to put the whole family in a situation where we got to struggle monetarily.
I feel you on that. Yeah.
So that's most of it. And I've never I'm from the YouTube world. I've had a YouTube account since like the day it started. And I've done this for a while and I've done like pretty well considering, but I've always just done what I wanted to do on YouTube. I never really like played the game. So at times the popularity was like super high for me. And then at times it was like lower, but I never was one of the YouTubers who made like $1 million and got their shit and got out.
Yeah.
You know, I always just like, I'm run of the mill artist all over the place.
Sure.
You know? So I think if like a couple of years ago, I was doing like Pepsi deals and I was like in my early 20s with hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'd be like, let's try. It doesn't even matter if we fuck it up.
Right.
Because the kid will be fine.
Yeah.
The kid is coming into a nice little safety net.
Sure.
But it's like, you know how it is. Just being a regular artist and raising another human being. It's scary.
Sure. Yeah, definitely.
Coffee rips.
Wait a second. Is that
He's just trying desperately to find the right moment.
He's like, I just love this so much. Well,
do you guys talk about it?
Yeah.
You're going to have a kid for sure.
You think so?
Yeah, you're going to be a good dad. You could tell.
That's what my wife reminds me that every day.
Yeah. You're going to be a good dad pretty soon.
She's like, yeah, you're going to be a great dad as soon as we have that.
Yeah. You know, the thing that that worries me is I'm going to have sex with my wife and it makes me nervous.
Dude, my situation hasn't happened yet and we'll see, man.
Yeah. I heard it's great once you get going. And
dude, I can't wait to consummate. You know what I'm talking about, man?
Hell yeah.
Dude,
hell
I can't wait
dude.
to consummate,
Yeah,
dude.
almost a little bit.
Dude.
Yeah. Dude, you know what I think about all the time?
I've only been pee hole to pee hole. You know? The most unattractive way to dude, I went pee hole to pee hole with my lady, dude. And that's the farthest that we've ever gotten.
But that's still, I mean, that's almost there.
That's farther than you, right?
Yeah, dude, you think I ever been pee hole level with somebody?
Dude, come on, man.
Admire and
that
love
guy
like
that
that.
high fives it. Yeah, come on, dude.
Yeah, you never pee hole.
You never pee hole. Come on, bud, dude. Come on, bud.
Holy shit.
People were like attack you with no, high five me.
No,
like,
let's go.
No, come on,
dude,
man.
I used to fucking hate when I was like 21 and we would go out to bars and people would want to cheers all the times. Like, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah.
Too many cheers.
What are we doing here? We're not the sitcom, okay?
Dude, white guys get so excited and they just need to be doing something physically at all times.
Yeah.
It's no good. Oh, I was going to say with our sexual inexperience, I frequently think about, I think in the times that we live right now, it's good to try to put yourself in other people's shoes and have a little bit of empathy, you know? And I feel sorry for every girl who is fingered before the age of like 25 when you're a full adult. Think about like, when was the first time you fingered somebody? Middle school, high school?
I have a very different situation. I did everything sexually with my wife.
Oh, this is great. You're in a perfect scenario.
Yeah.
We don't even have to finish this conversation.
Yeah. So
But
I'm
when
in a little
we're-
different landscape.
When we're like fumbling, I come from Connecticut, so we're all pretty sexually
So
active.
We're pretty. Connecticut is the fingering capital of the United States.
It is. It set that world ablaze.
Finger bang champs Olympics 2004.
Everyone knows Hartford is the finger banging capital of the continental United States.
Hartford, more like Squirtford. So gross. Couldn't even finish it.
No, it's. I mean, super gross. But I just okay, we're getting closer.
All right, we're getting there.
I just remember being like just an inexperienced little boy and being so excited that you're with a girl and you hear about these things that you're supposed to do with girls, but you have no idea how to do them because no one explains it to you. And I frequently think about times I've been with just another nice younger girl and her probably being like, what is this person? This person's dexterity is like video games and baseball, and that's it.
Yeah.
This person has no idea how to make another person feel good.
Yeah. The only thing this guy has fingered is a TI-86 calculator.
Hell yeah.
Parabola.
Wait, what? Is that a new one? Parabola. Dude, parabolas upside down are just a couple of jugs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, this guy's back.
This guy's the high five guy. You know what I'm saying, man? Come on, dude.
Yeah. No, don't like high five guy. Don't like cheers.
You don't like high fiving? Come on, man.
I would think of if I was, because I've been in that situation before.
Yeah.
Like friend brings a friend and you don't vibe with the friend. I have thought of the worst, dumbest, like, I got to get going right now.
Yeah.
Oh, you just got here. What's up? I left a whole thing in there.
Yeah, I left the whole thing. You mean your kid in the car?
Yeah,
it's a whole.
sure.
It's I've got it. Yeah, I've got one. Yeah.
I'm at the age now, man. You're 30.
Mm-hmm.
I am 34. I will not hang out with people I don't want to hang out with. I can't.
Yeah, it's a little difficult. It's also, it's a little bit different, I feel like, because we're stand-up comedians where, you know, there's a lot of situations sometimes where we may have to be around, you know, could be obnoxious people at times. It's
That's different. That's like occupational hazard.
Yeah.
I'm talking about like leisure time.
No, but
I could put up with.
But I think
almost
that's
anybody.
why it bleeds over into that, though, is because we're around that environment so much. Like we're putting ourselves out there so much that like when we have our alone time, it's like, let me kind of control the floodgates of who's coming in and out.
Yeah, I'm on break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it hard? I'm curious about this. You said you mentioned that you started in YouTube. Was that a hard transition to go from being like a YouTube personality or like a YouTuber, quote unquote?
Never called myself one of those because I never felt like I started doing YouTube before YouTuber was a thing.
So you just happen to be uploading videos and making videos.
I was a musician. So I'm like wherever I could upload my music to get it to thousands of people without like even leaving my house. Like I toured as well, but I can, you know, it's just this new audience that you have at your fingertips because at the time, like everyone is just like, what's new? It doesn't matter. I'll take a chance on a million new things.
Yeah.
Like if a friend sends me a video of somebody doing like a cover song, that was like the shit back then.
Sure.
And people were really excited to like hear those. So, I mean, that was the appeal of that. And then for whatever reason, like I had been a musician since like 15. So by the time I was like early 20s, I think I did stand up for the first time in 2008. And by then my shows had just become like, I was having so much more fun talking to people in between the songs.
Right.
And making jokes during the songs to kind of take people out of the normal flow from what a show was. So I kind of was a touring musician for a long time to figure out that I was a stand-up. And then for me, it's like I just cut my teeth in all these things that were like very hard to do from scratch. I've done it 3 times. I did it with the music thing and like kind of earned my bumps there. And then I did it like navigating this whole YouTube thing when there's like a plan for how to do it now, but there was nothing when we all started. And now the stand-up thing, same. Like I was, you know, in Connecticut going to open mics and stuff in New York City and figuring out how not funny you were and then taking the train an hour and a half back to sit in it.
It's a long train ride.
And then even coming out here 6 years ago and bombing open mics and then finally getting to the place where like, okay, I live here. I've been here for years. You know, I got my support system and it's time to go at it and like be as good as you can at it. Now I feel like super comfortable.
So what's the hardest then, or can you even classify between music, YouTube, and comedy? What was the hardest?
I think
path?
they're all their own thing. I mean, comedy is super hard because there's nothing. I even felt like when I was a musician, even if I was a shitty musician, you strum out the last chord and the audience gets the idea that the song is over. So they're like, oh, okay, that one's over. You know, if you're funny, no one's going to fucking clap for you or laugh at you if they're strangers and like they don't owe you nothing.
No.
So that's always like the point of pride for like, even when people started talking shit about the whole YouTube thing, I was always like, I don't give a shit because I could do it live, you know, to varying degrees. But now I feel like I'm proficient in the last two. I still feel like I'm kind of a shitty musician, but the last two I feel good in.
You should send me one of your songs and I will feature it in the intro of this
Hell
podcast.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta pick a good one.
Yeah, dude. No, pick your worst one, dude.
It's way easier to find the worst ones.
Let's get into this next segment, fanning out.
Fanning out.
Fanning out. Questions from fans.
I reached out to people on social media and they reached right back. They said they had some questions for Mr. Mike Falzone, and I was like,
like
go
a lot
ahead,
of people,
fire more. Dude, yeah, like a lot,
like real.
At Gerald Oh Yeah on Twitter says, what made you decide to move cross country to pursue performing? Also, how is Mortimer these days?
Oh, Mortimer. I don't know where Mortimer is, and I miss him every day. He's a stuffed pig. That was a guest on one of our other podcasts.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of personality, but was lost in a move, and it's heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking.
That's how you lose pigs, man. You don't want to move house when you got a pig. Move house is a very British thing to say.
I just moved house.
I'll move.
Well, I recall whenever I moved house. Yes.
We used to live in a flat in London, and then we moved house.
Okay,
That's
this
like the
guy is
Banksy
straight up
documentary.
sexy.
Banksy.
British deep voice guy. Ooh.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby, get that boy back on the line.
Yes, Daddy. Daddy.
Is this Idris Elba?
I don't know.
I got really sick when I was 26, 27, like death's door sick.
Really?
Yeah. And then after I got better from that, I was like, if I'm going to pursue this comedy thing and this YouTube stuff and just see where it goes, we get one life and it's not a long life. So I'm going to go do it wherever I have the maximum chances of doing it.
Yeah.
It's more like a going at something 100%. You know, Connecticut's super easy. My whole family's there. All my friends are there. The support system, there's always a safety net, but it's like, you know, I got so sick of when I was doing music. I got so sick of fucking the 2 to 3 hour drive to New York City, you know, every night.
But you got like physically sick?
Yeah. I had my appendix ruptured and then it exploded on the operating table. So when that happens, it's like breaking a bag of poison inside of you. And I got sepsis, and then I ended up getting a pulmonary embolism in the hospital.
Oh my goodness.
So pulmonary embolism is when you have a blood clot that stops in a end organ. So that's when you die. So if the blood clot gets to your heart, you die. If it gets to your brain, you die. And I had one that stopped in my lungs. So they were like, we gotta fix you up right now. So I was like, that's crazy. I had an experience. I'm just the dude, like all your fucking friends.
Yeah.
And then I have this experience where a doctor comes into the room and was like, yeah, your life was almost over. And I'm sitting in this hospital bed. I was there for like a couple of weeks after this on like intravenous blood thinners and shit like that. And I was thinking about all my friends. And again, I was like 25, 26. All my friends are like getting their first big regular jobs or promotions at their first regular jobs. They're getting married. They're buying these houses and having kids and pets and shit like that. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking die in this hospital. This is horse shit. So after I got out and got better, I was like, we're fucking doing it. My girlfriend at the time came, and then we got married out here. And now I fucking do a billion things. I have these 2 podcasts and I do YouTube stuff. And then I do stand up every night I could possibly do stand up. And like, I swear to, this is mad corny, but I swear to God that between the first time I ever played the Laugh Factory was a huge deal. because I did like photo and video stuff to pay rent back then. So I would do all my work during the day, and then I would get high and watch these videos of like Santino and D'Elia and stuff do stand up on the YouTube channel when everyone had their videos up on the YouTube channel. And then I'd be like, that's fucking awesome. If I could somehow do that, that would be awesome. And then fast forward 5 years and I'm on the same stage and I have 2 videos on that same YouTube channel. And it always goes back to like, I was dead. Like I could have died back then and all this is like simulation, but that's fine. I'm having a great time.
Yeah.
And I think about it like, so I live in the Valley, so I have to go over the hill every night, from West Hollywood or wherever the show is. And I usually take the back roads. I go up like Mulholland and shit like that. And there are a couple parts of this street where like you look out and you can just see the whole valley or the whole city, and it's just lights and it's real quiet and beautiful. And sometimes you catch the sunset and I'm like, dude, this is like, it's never lost on me how fucking cool everything is and how like fragile everything is. So I'm living this awesome life and I appreciate it every day. It's cool shit. I didn't mean to get that gross on you.
No.
But like,
I mean, I think it's a nice contrast to man, that guy really knew when to really milk that at the worst opportunity possible. Whenever we finally
that guy just wants to press a button.
Some track. I know, dude. You can't get too mad at that guy. That's awesome, dude. I mean, I love that.
Yeah. Long-winded answer to the first question.
Good. Be prepared to answer in that link the rest of it. It all started when at Elijah Kalija on Twitter. How can I get them luscious locks like you? And also another follow-up question by It's Missy Martinez on Instagram. I need to know his hair care process ASAP. So a lot of people were, yeah.
Do you use conditioner?
I do not.
You do not?
I do not.
So I was late to the game on conditioner, maybe 30. Okay. And I just think it's such an important thing if you have long hair.
It is.
It's just nice.
Oh, okay.
It's like sometimes we don't have the same problems because you have very straight hair and I have very curly hair. So once in a while, if I like put my hood up the wrong way or fucking let my hair dry weird, it's just a knot and it's a terrible experience. Yeah. I can't run my fingers through it. But like so when I condition my hair, it feels more like what your hair probably feels like on the daily.
Yeah.
And I can't stress that enough. If you have wavy hair or curly hair, condition.
You're gonna want.
Is the sexy British guy back?
Oh yes, hello.
Wait, I can't tell what part of Europe he's from. Actually, it's very.
I'm from the British part, isn't it? Wasn't it?
Oh, okay. Now, do you use conditioner?
No, I have a shaved head.
You have a shaved head? I bet you have a big old beard, though, don't you?
I got a big old beard, isn't it?
What's your pube situation like?
Big old pube beard, wasn't it? Isn't it?
Oh.
Wasn't it?
What about your calf hair? Tell me about that.
Oh, I got calf hair for days there, Sonny Jim. Wasn't it?
Sonny Jim is
Jim is more of a Scottish thing.
Well, Sonny Jim is the equivalent of Bud in American. So there you go.
He doesn't want to get into that habit.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to be Sonny Jim.
Yeah.
Guy. His wife hates it.
At Exhale on Instagram, I'd like to know, since Mike is an OG YouTuber, how has YouTube changed for better or for worse since he joined in 2006?
So the way it was explained to me recently is it used to be this very niche. It used to be like the Napoleon Dynamite of file sharing.
Oh, for sure.
And it was like anyone who had a video, doesn't matter what it was or who it was, you wanted all of it because it was like a little glimpse into.
I remember when YouTube, whenever it started, was like
2006,
100 videos.
Yeah.
Where it was such a small.
It was me and 99 other videos.
Dude. And I'm in Kansas just being like blown away. Like, how are people uploading it to the. Like, it's just like mind blowing.
Yeah. Because before then, like, even just sharing a video, like, you couldn't even really email a video. You had to like burn it onto a disc and deliver it to somebody's house.
Yeah. The first YouTube video that I uploaded was in 2007.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you jumped on early adapter.
Yeah.
That works with your personality.
Yeah.
You're one of them.
It was a spoof. One of our our tests in my broadcast class in high school was to do a green screen parody, and you had to motion keyframe and use green screen to put your head over an actor's head in a movie and dub over the lines for the scene. And I did The Notebook, and it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
That's better than anything I did in school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I jade off in school too much.
You jade off?
Just
Heck
constantly. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude.
No, I wasted a lot of time. But
I can never get that masturbation time back. It's actually a very serious issue.
I could have done anything. I got diagnosed. So
I was on death's door. And I was like, doctor, can I J it one more time?
I jade my appendix to explosion. My appendix
Your appendix is like, all right, dude, enough is enough, man. I'm giving out.
So when it first started, YouTube was like this tiny town, and then it grew into a city, and then it grew into a state and a country, and now it's a world. So like visually, if you look at it like that, that kind of explains how difficult YouTube is now. But I also think like people hear that and they're like, all hope is lost. But if you're listening to this and you want to do something on YouTube, you're in a cool time now where like the more niche you get about what you want to do, the more chances of success you'll have. And that's kind of nice.
The unboxing videos phenomenon right now, like that's so specific of a thing, like kids opening toys and stuff like that, millions upon millions of views.
Yeah.
Like, and who would have thought that would be a thing that people would go crazy over?
It's really, and I would like challenge people or whatever, because so many of my friends, especially comedian friends, are like, I know I need to make something. I need to have some kind of a presence, but I don't know what to do. And I'm like, think about what makes you and your friends laugh so fucking hard. Like you're at the time where you could do that. Like the weirder, the better.
Sure.
And then if you could repeat that, that's fucking awesome. And like that could be your thing, you know?
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be like this perfect, polished, whatever. People get too caught up in that part of it.
Okay. At the Tipsy Pollock podcast, buttholes or Nickelback, you can only lick one. Go.
That's like the whole band?
I think so.
Or all buttholes?
Or, yep.
Man, that's too many buttholes, isn't it?
Whoa, even sexy British guy disagrees
He
with
doesn't
this
li-
one.
And that guy loves buttholes.
Dude, he loves them, dude.
I guess Nickelback would be over soon.
Never made it as a wise man. Couldn't cut it as a poor man stealing. And this is how you remind me.
And they say that a hero can save us. Not gonna stand here and wait.
Hey,
Was that them?
that was
That's
them.
the same band.
Oh, that's the same band. Hey, you want to be the Spider-Man soundtrack? Heck yeah, we do. Chad Kroger.
Yeah. Okay, what do we need to do?
All right, we need to sound epic.
Okay.
As
All right,
possible.
extra reverb on the drums.
Extra reverb, okay?
That's the drums.
And they say that a hero can save us. Not gonna stand here and wait. Hold on to the world of an angel. Not gonna stand here and wait.
Good. Put it on the soundtrack. That's rough.
I think we got it.
Records for a second.
Guys, that was one take. Put it. Print it.
Yeah, one great take.
Send it out. Yeah, it's called it's a one take wonder right there.
I feel bad for that guy sometimes.
He gets crapped on a lot.
They just got overexposed, man. That guy just has a band that he likes a lot.
Yeah.
they never came out and said like, fuck a specific group of people.
But people are like, those guys, get them out of
the
here.
Ed Hardy of bands.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah. Speaking of Ed Hardy, at Uninerd89, tell us about your tattoos and what's your favorite one.
Oh shit, man.
Not that you have an Ed Hardy tattoo, but you could. Who knows?
I can't show it to you right now because it's underneath my pants.
Your favorite tattoo?
I got a favorite tattoo recently. Every new one I get is my favorite.
Okay.
One. And a lot of my good friends from home are tattoo artists, so they'll hook me up every now and again. So this is like super brand new, still kind of peeling a little bit, but it's a Samoa cookie.
Oh, okay, cool.
And it symbolizes faith and unity
Okay.
because of the circle. Just like Samoa tattoos. I
Nice.
did the Royal Rumble tattoo game. Have you heard of that?
No, I saw you posting about it though.
Yeah. That's how people heard of it.
So that's the tattoo that you got?
This is like people have done this for years, but it's like you pick a number 1 through 30, and then whoever comes out at that number, you get a tattoo that corresponds.
Oh, it's like
to
a
that.
Bingo kind of thing?
Kind of, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was Samoa Joe, so I got a Samoa tattoo.
That's how I ended up with a Thin Mint on my ankle.
Thin Mints came into the Royal Rumble at number 4.
Yep.
I was number 4.
At Jammerman21. This is just
Jammerman was my favorite Mega Man suit.
yeah.
Yeah.
From the Backyard Chicken Forums, this is the question. What is the worst predator? A, raccoon, B, possum, C, weasel, D, mink, or E, mountain lion?
Is the answer here?
Nope.
They don't have the answer.
Nope. It's. I think it's an opinion. What's the worst predator?
I would say weasel.
Yeah.
Right?
I
You don't
think
want a
so.
weasel in the chicken coop. You could reason with a raccoon, I think.
Weasel in the chicken coop in the mornings with the other guy.
All right.
Finally found this.
He finally found a second
It's nice. It's nice.
weasel in the chicken coop with the other guy in the
Actual
morning.
weasel in a chicken coop with the other guy.
I heard Rogan just posted this thing about a mountain lion attacking a man while he was running.
What?
And the guy was this dude who I guess he was a beast because he, after the mountain lion pounced on his back, he wrestled it to the ground and choked it out.
Oh no.
MMA style to death because it was trying to kill him.
Yeah. You have one, you either get 8
Yeah.
or you try to
Yep.
choke out a lion.
Yeah, he choked out a freaking mountain lion.
That's insane.
yeah.
That's insane. Where does he find these articles, man? Every day
He gets tagged. He has to get tagged. Like there's such a broad network where people are like, Joe likes this
Joe
kind
would
of stuff.
love this.
Yeah, so I think he gets tagged and then he'll like be like, hey, so and so, like send me this.
Dude, that's a really fucking cool thing about I was going to say comedians having podcasts, but really anybody.
Yeah.
It's like you talk for so long and like in a situation like this, like we can goof around forever, but eventually like some real personality shit is going to
Of
come
course,
out.
yeah.
And then people who listen all the time, they know your personality. So I bet like 8 out of 10 of your listeners could be like, I bet Jeremiah would really like this and
Hey,
send you shit.
People will tag me in pizza stuff. Love it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, some skateboarding stuff occasionally.
Pizza and skateboarding stuff.
Pizza and skateboarding stuff? That's a segment on the morning show?
Pizza and skateboarding stuff.
Okay, I like that one. The emphasis on the skateboarding stuff.
Yeah, to let you know how important it is.
Yeah, it's super important. Okay, at JRW Land, can you pitch me a sitcom starring Jeremiah and Rosie O'Donnell?
Yeah, probably. If I was better at pitching stuff, I would have more money as well.
Well, you're good at pitching tents, right, dude?
Hell yeah. Hate that guy. I gotta be honest with you. Okay.
Hey, I'm gonna come over to your Super Bowl party next year too. Okay, Patriots again, dude.
Yeah, yeah. Only come over if Jeff and I are still friends.
All right, dude.
Jeff, you're out.
I call up Jeff from the couch.
Yeah,
Jeff, you're never coming back.
you're no longer invited here.
You're fucking out. Take your friend with you.
Your friend who touches everybody. Okay, so you and Rosie O'Donnell.
Yeah. What's our sitcom?
It's 1991, and you guys have a radio show.
At most.
At most. And you guys have a radio show,
Okay.
and it's called Weasel and the Other Guy.
Okay.
And she plays an actual weasel. But since it's 1991, it's not like CGI. It's not a puppet.
Like, she's
it's like
in a suit.
she's in a suit.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I love it.
Okay, good.
Okay. Now,
Yeah.
does she slip in a little bit of racist stuff occasionally?
Well,
Come on, it's the 90s.
you got to translate from weasel, but it's there.
Okay. Oh, so she talks in.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, wow.
Rosie O'Donnell could do a great weasel impression. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay. Well, that's great. Last question, then we'll get into sax talk. How many people from SourceFed do you still talk to at Moby Dead?
At Moby Dead. Okay, so this is a loaded question because I talk to everyone who talks to me, basically. And the problem is I don't talk to many people because I don't have a tremendous amount of friends because I'm always doing something. People want to do things at night and you got to do stand-up things at night. And then eventually people stop calling you. But obviously,
a sad truth sometimes.
you know,
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing, but it's just people drift apart. But it's nice like that because once in a while, this is like a YouTube channel that I used to host with a bunch of other people. And we have opportunities to work with each other every now and again and be on each other's podcast and yada, yada. I would say I still talk to the majority of them.
Dope.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
That's a nothing conversation to anyone who doesn't know that.
Look up SourceFed for,
Sure, if you want.
Yeah, if you want.
Or just fast forward through this part.
Solid plug.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into this final segment, sax talk.
Nice, I like it.
Now, I told Mike before the show that he was going to share a story of a sexual encounter while I play some sweet, sweet saxophone.
Mm-hmm. How long do these normally go?
It can be short or it can be longer.
Okay.
Some of them end up being very short because it's like that's just the length of the
This
story.
happened and it's out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll try to stretch it out.
All right, cool. I'm ready for you whenever.
Okay. Is this a voice thing or people use their normal voice?
You can do whatever based on,
There's no barriers in this podcast.
Yeah, there's no barriers. If you're feeling something, that's influenced by the sax, whatever, or the sax might be influenced by how you're talking. So here we go.
I'm going to say that this story takes place during the summer going from middle school to high school. So there I was, probably 15 years old, not very wise in the way of women. I think before this, I had one opportunity to get to second base. And I'll just tell you about that briefly. It's my friend Rebecca, and we went to go see Spice World, and I just put my hand on her boob, and I kept it there the whole time. That movie's about an hour and a half long. Imagine having a sweaty, nervous teenager hand on your boob for an hour and a half while Spice World on the silver screen. So we move past that, and we, winter turns into summer as it does, and I'm hanging out with some friends, and we're so happy that school is over, and we congregate over a friend's house. Now, this was my friend Danny's house, and Danny's house, there were no rules at Danny's house. Danny was famous for two things. One, he showed me the MP3 duck job, which was super popular around that time. And also, he used to do this trick where he used to light his desk on fire in his room. Made everybody very nervous. One of these things that Danny has that a lot of the other kids didn't have was a Sega Genesis and access to Mortal Kombat and the Blood Code. One of these summer days, he was like, "You guys want to come over and play Mortal Kombat? Use the Blood closed." So me and a couple of my friends, male and female, went over this house, and we went to go play Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat. I noticed I was getting the eyes from one of my female friends. She asked if I wanted to go make out in the bathroom. And I did. I did want to make out in the bathroom, so we did. Now, I was still at the stage in my life where I didn't quite know, I don't know how to say this, Jeremiah, that people came. You know how your life is basically divided in two parts. There's the part where you know that people come, and then, or you don't have any idea that that happens. So we're making out, and eventually what I'm used to is making out ends when your jaw gets tired, and that's it. So we're making out, jaws are getting tired. And then she says, hey, would you like a blowjob?
Now, I had never heard that word used in person.
So I'm very confused, right? I say yes because you don't turn it down. I was too nervous to turn it down. So I was like, these people are going to come. So I put my back up against the door so my friends wouldn't come in. And she starts doing that. Now, here's where the two worlds collide, because at this point in my human being career, I did not know that girls knew that guys came. No one told me that that was a universal truth. So the following is my impression of me at the end of the first blowjob that I ever got. Stop. Okay, you're going to want to get out of here. And so the first time I ever got a blowjob, I blue balls myself by telling her to stop, because I didn't know that. Thought I was about to be gross in front of a girl.
Sex talk.
Coffee riffs.
Oh, wait. He put it there after you blue balled yourself? Oh, man.
I drove right to Dunkin' Donuts afterwards. That's what. And then he comes in.
Wow.
So that was it.
So Mortal Kombat, spice up your life,
Yeah.
blowjobs.
That's pretty much everything from 8th grade to high school.
Well, I appreciate the anthology.
Yeah.
You pretty much you did a best of hits.
I certainly did. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Should have, could probably go back and omit a lot of that stuff, but I really wanted to hear a lot of saxophone, so I thought I'd beef it up a little bit.
No, I appreciate the beef. Where can people find you on social media and all that stuff?
It's just Mike Falzone everywhere. Falzone.
A lot of calzone questions that came in that I didn't ask.
Yeah,
but,
that's low hanging fruit.
of course. That's why I didn't ask those questions.
That's being a good comedian. So I appreciate.
Yeah, dude.
I appreciate how handsy you are as a comedian.
Yeah, dude. Getting in that space.
Hell yeah, man. Well, thank you for inviting me to your wonderful show.
Okay, of course. Thank you.
Fine.
Okay, you know what? You know what, bud? I appreciate it.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool, dude.
Okay,
Thanks, bud.
I appreciate it. Yeah. So you know what? We got to do this again, man.
Great. Yeah. Sure.
All right, dude.
Next time. I hate it. Holy shit.